Today's lesson is 4.oa.3. So those are two-step word problems. So if you're not looking at 4.oa.3, make sure you're on the right link, okay? So 4.oa.3, which is word problems. That's what we're going to be looking at. You guys got to make sure that if they're two-step word problems, make sure you do all the steps, all right? You have to read it sentence by sentence. So this one says that Minka bought a box of 1,000 Tootsie Pops. She gave away 524. So we got to think about it. She's giving away. This is our very first step. They tell us what we got to do. She's giving away 524. Giving away. What does that mean I have to do? I have to subtract. So you're doing 1,000 minus 524, and you'll get 476. Now, she decided to share the remaining. See how there's a whole nother bullet there? Don't skip out on all of the problems. What does share mean? Great, divide. So I'm sharing 476 with 7. And I'm dividing. When I divide that, my answer would be 68. But the main concept that you guys need to know is, it says how many Tootsie Pops should each class receive? Each class should receive 68. You need to know first step was to subtract, second step was to divide. See how these are both two steps. You got to remember how to do both steps. There's going to be problems where there's more than one step. Let's look at this one. This one says the drama club wants to sell 1,000 tickets to the play. Can I do anything with this first sentence? No. I have 2 bullets here. Let's see what I have to do with them. The first week they sold 526. The second week they sold 279. What will I have to do with how much they sold? Great, add it. So I'm adding 526 plus 279. That is 15, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 805. Estimate to the nearest 10 the number of tickets the drama club still needs to sell. What number have I not used? 1,000. And it says how much do they still need? So that's 1,000 minus 805. So when I solve this, what will I get? About 195, right? So what is this closest to? 195 is closest to, because this estimate, it's closest to 190. All right? So that's how you would solve that problem. If you wanted to, though, if it says to the nearest tens, all I could have done was 530 plus 280, 810, 1,000 minus 810 would give me my answer, 190. So if you want to estimate to the nearest 10, you could have estimated first. But let's think. You got to add these up first and then subtract. Any questions? Hopefully not. Next one. Carmen wants to read a set of 6 books by the same author. Each book has 192 pages. About how many books will she read if she reads all 6 books? So about means I know I'm going to be like, About means around. So like estimating. So I know she has 192 books, 192 pages, and she's putting them into 6. Or am I multiplying? Good, I am multiplying. Each book has 192 pages, and there's 6 books. So 192 times 6. All right, so when I solve this, I'm just going to round this. What does 192 get closest to? Good, 200. So 200 times 6. Now when I solve this, 0, 0, hide my zeros, 2 times 6 is 12. 1,200. So this is rounding. So, can you round? Can you round 192 to 200 and solve it? Hopefully you can. All right, let's look at this one. Sydney has 845 stars. She wants to give them to 9 of her friends. How many will each friend give? So give means to do what? Divide. Good. So 845 divided by 9. What's my first friendly number? Good. I want to use 50. So I want to use 50, 450, right? Subtract Get 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 9. Now what can I times it by? All right, let's times it by 20, 180. Can I times by 20 again? 20 again, 180. When I subtract 215 minus 180, what is that? Good. 135, right? So now I have 135. I didn't have a lot of room. What can I times it by now? Good. 10, which is 90. Which I have 45 left. And I can times it by 5. So now add this up. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Did I do that right? 95. I wonder if you got that answer. So it's about dividing. Are you able to divide? Hopefully you are. All right, this problem right here. This is where we can start using calculator. And I'm going to pull up my calculator also so that you guys can see how I'm using my calculator to solve this problem. So it says that Emily and Sophia are saving money to go on vacation. They earned $236 by babysitting. That's how much they earned so far. They also means like plus $24 for each of the 16 days. What does each mean? Each of 16 days. Good, multiply. So I'm doing 24 times 16. Then it says how much money did they earn so far? So I'm doing 24 times 16. Also, the 236. So look how I use this calculator. I'm going to multiply 24 times 16. Get my answer, 384. We see 384, but we got to plus the what? Good, 236. Plus 236 equals 620. So my answer should be D, 620. See how these are multi-step problems? You guys got to solve them like that. This one right here, it says they are selling donuts, right? And there's our bullets. In March, they sold 94 boxes with 18 in each box. What does each mean to do? Multiply. So I can use a calculator. So I'm doing 94 times 18. Which equals 1692. And then this one says in April, they sold 78 boxes with 24 in each. So that means I'm doing 78 times 24, which equals 1872. And then it says how many more? What does many more mean to do? Good, subtract. So I have to subtract 1872 and 1692. So all I'm doing, 18 minus 1692. And I will get 180. I wonder if you did the many more, or did you leave it with 1872? Or did you add? Many more means to subtract. You guys have to remember to do all these steps when solving these problems.